The legislature heard testimony on Bill 164, which would protect people against discrimination on the basis of sex, gender identification, and gender expression. The measure states that all persons on Guam, regardless of sex, gender identification, or gender expression, are, quote, entitled to the full and equal accommodations, advantages, facilities, privileges, or services in all business establishments of every kind whatsoever and in all government agencies, end quote. UOG Professor Dr. Ron McNinch testified on the measure, saying he supports rights for the LGBTQ community, but is recommending that registered sex offenders or persons arrested or indicted for sex offenses be exempted from these protections.
There are over 600 registered sex offenders on Guam. They've all been convicted. Almost all of them are felons. 200 odd are incarcerated. I used to use them as a study group. I see them all over the place because I've looked at every one of their pictures all the time. They're everywhere.
I understand. I'm just not seeing the connection between that and this bill.
Because a registered sex offender, if we don't bar them from claiming that they're like a male, mainly I'm going to tell you, this is a male problem. It's not a female problem. I'm worried about men who are sex offenders, the wolf in sheep's clothing type, going into a female's restroom or female shower room or whatever, claiming that they're on another gender and using or exploiting the genuine civil rights purposes of this law. So these are people with ill intentions. They're not persons who deserve a civil rights protection because they're expressing their gender identity, which I fully support.
Leisha Casil, founder of ISA LGBT Guam, testified in support of the measure, saying 59% of transgender people avoid public restrooms out of fear of confrontation.
There are many talented, loving, compassionate people that just want to contribute to the lifting up of our island. They want to be a part of Guam and contribute in positive ways, but they're persecuted on a daily basis. They're attorneys, they're chefs, they're teachers, they're veterans, they're clergy, government workers, students, brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers. You know, Whanaogi is not just for straight people, it's for everyone. In the past couple of years, we've seen some significant changes on this island for the LGBT community, but we still have a way to go. And continually raising awareness and advocating for our rights is a step in the right direction.
Senators also held a public hearing this morning for Senator Will Castro's bill that would amend the Good Samaritan law. However, no one showed up to testify.